Welcome to the homestead. Glad you're watching. Well, currently I'm standing at the northeast corner of our property where we're going to put our garden. But what we're doing this weekend, hopefully, we are building what they call a high tunnel. It's kind of like a greenhouse. It's done with cattle fencing that's arched, and we're building a framework that it's going to attach to. It'll have screen on the bottom, and then plastic goes over the whole thing. It's going to keep out the wind, the rain, snow. Hopefully it won't hail because it'll pop holes in it if it does hail. But anyhow, we're going to grow them inside because of all the bugs and things that seem to be out here in Texas. And so anyhow, that's what we're up to. But there's a few Okay, there's the outer post getting ready for the hog wire test. Lee's gonna do that tomorrow because he wants those posts to get set at least overnight.
We're going to continue our high tunnel build. We have all the uprights in place, buried in the ground. They've been sitting for overnight. Hopefully that's enough. First thing we got to do is unload that trailer. bottom board is going flush to the ground, it'll help keep the critters out. Plus it'll give us a hookup point for the screen that's going to go on the inside and the plastic on the outside. Well, today we continue the garden. First thing I'm going to do, I've got some hog rings. I'm going to tie the two hoops together and then move on to the next ones. But first, I want to thank you for watching. God bless you. The hog rings I'm using are a little on the small side. They're actually upholstery rings. I'm probably going to have to go get some better ones, stronger ones, made for fencing. I have some somewhere, but I couldn't find them. I also have metal zip ties. I couldn't find those either, so using what I got. So the last panel is going to be a little bit wide. These are 50 inches, not 48. So we ended up with some we're going to have to cut off. If you measure from one end, where the 4x6 squares are, this way, then it comes out, you can measure it out just about perfect. If you measure from this end, which is technically the bottom, and you measure it that way, it doesn't come out right. So we'll have to cut off the smaller squares on this end. Not a big deal, I just got to go get a cutoff wheel. It's 4-gauge galvanized steel, so it's not something you can cut with wire cutters. I suppose if you had bolt cutters you could probably do that, but I'll just get the cutoff wheel and do it that way. Okay, I'm going to rip this board in half, much like we did the shorter boards, full length, and we're going to use each piece, one for the front, one for the back, as the top cap where those two uprights are, and then we'll tie the hoop into that. We'll have to cut it off once we get it up there so we know how far. Alright, well, you saw me split that board in half. It's for the T-top to help brace where the door is going to go, and also the back window. You notice it's got this nice little bevel cut. That's to follow the wire as it goes around, and then we put a couple of fencing nails to hold the wire to it. It's not really stabilization as far as the wire goes. I mean, it does, but it's more important to stabilize it for the door. And then we'll add a couple of other braces to stabilize that front wall and the back wall. Okay, so I need to rip a couple of these shorter pieces in half, then cut them to length for the bottom frame for the front. We're going to work on the garden tunnel. We need to cover it, but before we cover it, we have to build front and rear walls. We actually didn't think about that until just yesterday. It's like, okay. First, I think I'll work on building the door frame. or the door, the frame's already there, that we're going to use for the screen door front and back. Down. To be continued tomorrow. Got the framing done on the back wall. Now we're just going to start putting screen around the bottom. That way in the summertime when it's hot, we can pull the plastic up and wind will blow through and bugs will not.
Okay, so we don't have enough screen. So we're going to regroup, think about this, maybe screen the door itself, maybe screen the back window, but we really can't move forward until we get enough screen to screen the sides, because that I'm sorry, baby, that you can't go through that. Come here. Come here. Come here. Silly, silly girl.
That's it for the back screen. All the framing's done, the screens are in on the front and the back. do that, we bought some pipe insulation foam that goes around pipes for wintertime to put on the edges of the tunnel. That way the sharp edges from the metal on the cow panels doesn't contact or doesn't slit the plastic that we're putting over the top. We don't So Brenda had the great idea of getting some duct tape or Gorilla Tape to cover the ones that we don't have foam to cover. So I think we're gonna... Alright, so on further examination I realized that these hog panels are held together to each other with hog rings. They're not hog panels, they're cattle panels. Anyway, hog rings hold them together, which some of them I have them doubled up, turned each way. Not thinking that the little spikes are sticking out, so I'm gonna have to go through the whole thing and make sure there's no spikes sticking up, and when there is, cover them with tape.
Oh, and we're going down the side of this with the tape just to make sure that the cow panel, when it comes down, doesn't have the sharp edges. So we're just running it the whole length of each side. Since we don't have enough
it's a little short on the sides. Oh well, I mean, there's not a lot we could do about it unless we did it in two pieces. We got a 20-foot tarp, 20 foot by 100 or whatever, and it's just 6 inches short. Anyway, we'll figure it out, we'll do something, but for now we got the ends capped and it's tight. Now we just got to work on the sides. We'll see.
right. I think it looks great. We did a good job. And I'm patting myself and Lee on the back. And okay, well that's that. Now we just need the chicken wire to go around the whole thing so that the vermits don't get in. That's the end of the garden tunnel, at least for today, because we don't have any chicken wire. And so, thanks for watching. And we will see you next time on the homestead. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.